a game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. You're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. I'll let you get back to the video game now. That's freaking great. Because it's 12:19 and I set the time. I'm like, begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And we all know this story.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Indeed, he was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Yeah.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
I'm gonna do the
Something
opposite.
he would never quite forget.
The narrator
He had been at his
says.
desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. Up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. Isolation.
Curious.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Gold trophy says welcome back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? So to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, made it just in time. So I'm doing like 3 runs per live stream. So, let's see. So,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
no he didn't. Stanley went to the door on the
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure. It's totally what I'm doing.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been
Cool
worth the
drinks.
detour after all, just to spend. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, this is new. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yay. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Wait a minute.
What could it mean?
That trophy.
All of his co-workers were
Dang
gone.
it.
What could it mean?
Okay, I didn't
Stanley
get the
decided to
speed
go to the
trophy
meeting room.
back. I'll be back.